All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to be talking about Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s former trainer lighting into Terence Crawford over some things that had come out about him and Devin Haney. Gotta love it, man. I don't care if y'all don't want to talk about, man. I find this stuff real funny. So let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to be talking about the 147-pound division and the 135-pound division at the same time, where Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s corner man, Nate Jones, has something to say about Terence Crawford and Terence Crawford working with Devin Haney. In some pictures that recently came out. But before I get into that, let me say welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, man. It is 100% free, and we're always having good boxing conversations. We talk about in videos like this, the bigger subjects that are going on in boxing, the ones that I get a million questions about in the live stream. But in the live stream that we do, man, subscribe to the channel, come to the live streams where we have a lot of questions and a lot of stuff about all the other topics in boxing. Also, if you're a longtime subscriber, thank you so much. Hey, and appreciate everybody that supports videos like this in the super thanks. It really is how the channel keeps these lights on. So thank you very much. Let's get to this. All right, so there's a lot of hoopla last week where Terence Crawford was seen training Devin Haney. Devin Haney is the undisputed champion at 135 pounds. He is I'm sorry, man. I can't. Sometimes I want to crack jokes. According to Gervonta Davis, let me stick a pin in y'all Devin Haney fans because y'all talk so much stuff. The undisputed challenger, according to Gervonta Davis, but his crew. However, the undisputed champion at 135 pounds was recently seen in the ring with Terence Crawford, where Terence Crawford in a very, very, very nice Gucci suit. Was it Gucci? I don't remember what it was, man. Maybe I should stick a picture up in there. I probably will not do that, though. Do not want to spend too much time on production of these videos because, you know, I got other things I got to do in my life. So we're going to spit it and quit it in videos like this. So Terence Crawford was training Devin Haney. People were making the assumption that he was giving them tips on how to fight a southpaw. Now, why would you be doing tips? Why would you be making tips on how to fight a southpaw? Because of the massive amount of clout chasing going on in boxing right now, related to the other little southpaw in the division who does not hold a major championship belt, and according to Devin Haney, has no belts at all, right, and has never done anything in his career. But for some reason, he wants to fight him, and everybody else wants to fight him. And why would that be? Because of the money, right? So what Floyd Mayweather Jr. says, however, though, is he starts clowning. Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s trainer, Nate Jones, says, look, man, Terence Crawford, you ain't got no business being in the ring trying to teach Devin Haney anything. You need to be out there preparing to try to fight and figure out how to beat Errol Spence Jr. Like, look, man, get your focus over there on what you need to actually do, and that is fight Errol Spence Jr., beat Errol Spence Jr., prove that you are what you say you are, and leave the photo ops. Leave the photo ops for other people, right? And man, that is absolutely positively the truth. But unfortunately, though, that's probably not something that Terence Crawford wants to do. And if you listen to Showtime, even though Showtime's chief executive, or the person that's in charge of boxing and MMA at Showtime, Steven Espinoza, despite the words that he uses, which is, we're still open to it. We're not going to out and out reject the opportunity. This is something we can get past. If you listen closely enough to his tone and the things that he's saying pretty much, hey, man, if we're gonna do it, we need to make it very, very fast. I'm not gonna go through this soap opera again, right? So, and you've also not heard Errol Spence Jr. say anything about fighting Terence Crawford again. Terence Crawford tried to egg him egg him a little bit in a tweet during the Cowboys game, one which got absolutely no response out of Errol Spence Jr. And as far as we know, Errol Spence Jr. is going to be fighting Keith Thurman at 154 pounds. However, if Terence Crawford really wants to fight, and again, Steven Espinoza said, look, we already know we don't have much to talk about, right? Because we already have most of the terms laid out. Now, what does that mean? Most of the terms are laid out. So they're the terms that Terence Crawford originally had said he accepted, which is going to be no guarantee. It's going to be no guarantee. Maybe if it was 35% of the back end, a rematch clause, and 35% of the back end in the next fight that they have in a rematch that's going to happen. So ain't too much. So I would change a little bit of what Nate Jones said from, you need to go and train and figure out how to beat Terence Crawford. I mean, Errol Spence Jr. to look, man, you need to just go ahead, man. Just send me a contract. I'll sign it. Send me the same contract that I said I was going to accept before, and I'll sign it. But you got to just minus the things that Steven Espinoza said is not going to take place, which is you're not going to get control over the expenses for Showtime. Not going to happen. Don't ask for it because, we're not in the business of doing that. And, and nobody would be. But again, I am just, I'm not hopeful about that. However, I do think, and I got to continue to say this, I think that Terence Crawford is obviously a very, very, very good fighter. I think he's a very good fighter. However, the longer this goes, the less likely it is that he's going to do it because like Errol Spence Jr. said about Artur Beterbiev, Father Time, time will say, it's a matter of time with all of these fighters, right? When Errol Spence was asked saying who he's supporting with Anthony Yarde versus Artur Beterbiev, even though I disagree very, very heavily with what he said about Anthony Yarde winning that fight, I still say that, what he said is true, that Artur Beterbiev is an older fighter. And, Errol Spence Jr. may be seeing things in Artur Beterbiev that are related to his age. The same thing can apply to Terence Crawford, who by the time these guys fight is going to be 36 years old. He's going to be closer to 40 than he is to 30, where Errol Spence Jr. would be closer to 30 than he is to 40, right? There's a difference between 36 and 33, 32, 33 years old, right? Especially when you got a guy that has significantly less fights. Now, I would say less wear and tear, but I don't really know because of the car accident and the torn retina, right? But as far as like the amount of time on his legs and the amount of amateur fights, the amount of professional fights, right? The amount of, training camps that they've gone through, there's more wear and tear on Terence Crawford in that regard. But, at the end of the day, man, I agree 100% with Nate, man. Like let the not a lot of people want to hear it, man. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people are going to want to hear anything other than that Errol Spence deal. And that's just something he brought on himself, man. If he says that he's past it, that's cool for him that he's past it, but that doesn't mean anybody else is going to get past it. They're going to look askance upon that for a long time. Same way a lot of people look at Anthony Joshua about not fighting Deontay Wilder. It's like, but eventually he runs into somebody like Alexander Usyk and gets beat twice, and he never really never really gave the fans a really big fight that they wanted to see. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.